Sure. What's the takeaway from it? What are we thinking?
I want to change.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll be there in a second. Sure. Hey, I'm going to the bar.
Stop at Center or clothing store real quick.
Which one?
Center. Right here.
Oh, okay.
Kelly. Oh.
Alright.
Here real quick.
Yeah, we'll do a crime date.
Jesus, going. Hello. Oh, okay. About what? Do you know what in relation to? Okay, sounds like you don't have to go.
All right. Well, fuck it.
Oh my God, Steve.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, well, just keep me posted. I guess if they find, if you find out why he may be doing that.
Barry lives now. The satellite is so that he can get all his favorite channels.
Oh man.
Well,
Look, Steve, it's my new home.
ain't shit he can do about it now. Okay. All right. Well, keep me posted.
Holy shit, the trailer. I just realized the trailer.
Yep. I told you. It's there.
It's even the same color. Private domicile and all that shit.
Hey, I'll take some gabagool, some capicola, and vinegar peppers.
Apparently, Capicola and
crazy.
Gabagool are the same
He
thing.
never had to make his
Yeah,
us.
Capicola, Gabagool are the same thing.
I got my goals. I got my goals.
He should have said in the face of the prick when he saw the cat. I'm just spam quoting Sopranos. That's all.
Yeah, I see that.
That's fucking sweet.
Oh, Flop, did you see the meme I sent you?
Did you text me?
Yes. I think I sent it to you.
No, you didn't.
Oh, hello.
Did I not? I think I did.
Oh, wait, you did.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just staring at the wall. So I replaced the dog looking at a wall with him. It was great.
Did he see this?
He did. He was the first person to I was right. So when you get a jump off of a roof running, and it usually doesn't say hideout. So.
Come here.
Me? Who? What?
Yeah, you.
Because I got one just now and it didn't say hideout. So I guess when it says hideout, that's when you get the extra.
We're gonna what?
We're going up here on the beacon.
I was gonna be off radio briefly. If you need me, call me.
Okay.
We
Same for me, actually.
we maybe do this on the lower floor, not where there's a clear sight to the Marshall building. Down here's fine.
Rude.
No, do not give them a fucking reason. Come on. Jesus Christ. Got enough shit going on.
Okay. It's about Dark Flop.
Yep.
Yeah.
I spoke with Sean already. I'm aware.
No.
Yeah.
Rue was not informed yet. I told Rue what I could recall.
Okay. Yeah. Richard just called Kizu about something. Kizu doesn't know, at least if she does, she didn't tell me. He wanted her to come down for questioning about something. I don't know. He asked her the reasons why she quit being a doctor, etc. So, who are you calling?
There's someone on that roof.
She's not answering. She
Who,
bet.
Kizu?
Yeah, she better not be fucking. Oh. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I was getting treated by Skip.
Oh, you're good. I was gonna say, hopefully you're not speaking with PD. Richard called you?
Fuck no. I'm not going to PD. Fuck that.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
You answer no questions.
100%.
You don't answer a single question. If he calls
He
you,
was trying to push me for my reasoning why I quit. Because I told him I resigned because he was pushing the doctor's thing on me, and I'm like, I
None of
resigned,
his
and he asked for
concern.
my reasons. I'd assume it's because I got chased street racing earlier and it's Marshall's government corruption, whatever the fuck it is. So.
Yep.
But it's not his problem.
I'm gonna leave it at that for just over the phone stuff, but just no questions.
100%. Fuck that.
Yeah. All right. I'll
Alright.
talk to you soon.
Hope to see you. Bye.
Bye.
That day she was sitting there drinking. Before Maggie left, she turned around to me and said, "Rue, you're my best friend." So.
I was calling Kizu to make sure that she didn't actually go and talk, or wasn't considering it, because I told her say nothing whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's what I told her.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you my theory?
Uh-huh.
Richard has no interest in this. They baited out the car. I was on scene. I would almost bet you everything I'm worth, he's just interested to know why she left so he could pressure her into admitting I was there.
Maybe.
There's zero other reason why I can see Richard have any interest with Kizu.
Well, I don't know if it could be a myriad of things. It might not just be, a race. I don't know if he gives too much of a fuck about that.
That's the first crime that Kizu committed, though, where she was properly chased, though, and it happened today.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, I'd like to call you down for questioning. What else? What else? Richard has no interest and has no jurisdiction into asking questions regarding her reasons for leaving the hospital. That's not his business. Since when was that a marshal's business to know why I chose to left? Go fuck yourself. That's complete bullshit.
Okay. You heard it, you heard about everything that happened to Maggie then.
Yeah. It was fucked up, and truthfully, same thing I told Rue, the same thing I told Sean is the same thing I'm going to tell you. All I want from my fathers is not for the acceptance, not for the understanding, none of that. All I want from them is, sorry, I don't want them to accept or reassure. I just want them to understand that I'm happy. I am happy doing what I am doing, and there being no strings attached. None. Zero. With that said, The same way I expect that from my fathers is the same reason I have not questioned why Richard even has decided to consider the marshals.
Hmm.
I don't agree with him being a marshal. I don't like him being a marshal. I don't like the marshals. I read the marshal legislation today. It's really fucking bad, and had I read it, I would have left sooner.
Hmm.
Point be told, and point be said, Richard knows what he is doing. He knows what he's getting into, and he knows how he's going to poke the fucking bear. And like I said to Sean, and like I said to Rue, I will say to you as well, I keep using the analogy of a kid touching a hot pan. That is inherently something good to know for somebody learning something new. When you're learning something new, sometimes learning the hard way is the best way. With that said, I'm losing my voice a little bit. I'm sorry. But with that said, Richard is not touching a hot pan for the first time. He's been in LEO his whole fucking life. He's well aware what he is doing, and he is well aware of the kind of risk he's taking being a marshal in a position that nobody in this fucking island likes. The only people that even have an inkling of fucks to give are the people that are maliciously compliant toward them, and that's the police department. Because they have no choice. They have to respect them, because if they don't, it's the marshal's call to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I told Sean, I said, I'm really not happy. I said, I will always love him. I will always love him. But at the same time, I also am doing something that he doesn't agree with, and he's doing something I don't agree with. Not to be cheesy and say bygones be bygones, but for fuck's sake.
Mm.
Someone's still on the roof?
No, unmarked car went by.
Yeah, I bet you my life it's probably him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to talk to him. I'm not going to speak with him.
Mark CVP, I went by the block. Heads up.
If he wants to continue to burn my trust, then so be it.
You just called me. Yo.
Careful what you say. I don't know who has a phone tap.
He was following you.
Oh, for...
Coming to the block. You're being followed now. You need to pick up.
They may be tapping the phone.
He
just be
pitted
careful.
you?
What's going on?
Where's she at?
Okay. Meet me at a spot. Drop your car off. I'm going to pick you up.
What's going on?
I just get in the car with me. I'll figure it out. Oh, Kizu?
She's in a 1060 car.
Going towards the old autos real quick.
He's gonna try and piss me off. I refuse to call him and express anger because that's what he wants.
Hmm.
I'm not blind to this.
Here's the issue beyond that. I mean, it is beyond the cop targeting the club, you know?
Let me explain something to you. Sean already told me he wants to torture him.
Hmm.
Bro, are you in, freak?
Yeah, I've got Kizu.
I know, just You're also in a stolen car. Just be careful.
Yeah, I'll be right.
I recommend going off-road. You can hit the tracks or something.
Yeah, we'll go off to the oil fields. We'll go to the block and just say someone sees her. What are the chances that they rock up to the block?
At this rate, pretty fucking high. I'm not happy that he wants to torture him. But what the fuck am I to do to avoid that? You don't. John's already got an agenda. And I'm not happy about it. But at the same time, there's no way he doesn't for a second even think about what he's doing.
So you doing that shit is why I've been helping you out. I respect that a lot, Kizu.
Guys have shown me more care than a lot of other people, so if I can help you guys, I will.
Keep an eye on the hillside. Ziggy, do you want to go somewhere with elevation? Would you feel better?
Oh, this is
We can
fine.
do that.
All right.
It's alright. I was hearing that fucking drone from earlier.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Do we want to move then?
It's fine.
You still hear it?
Yeah, it's fine.
We can move.
It's not that loud. It's okay.
Alright.
So you're being followed?
Yep,
By who?
it was dark.
Okay.
You okay?
I'm pissed off. I'm actually about to lose my father. My father is going to send himself into a death pit, and there's nothing I can do about it. He can't be this stupid. There's not even a second that goes by for me to think that he could be this fucking stupid. He has no interest in knowing if Kizu is even a doctor anymore. He's a fucking marshal. His job's to keep an eye on the PD. Her resignation has nothing to do with him. The only reason he has interest is because I guarantee you a report went up about a street race. Someone must have come back to try and pick up the car, and I guarantee you someone must have seen me on scene. And now he has an interest in Kizu because it's the only logical thing that makes fucking sense. If I'm gonna be targeted for the rest of my life, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. If he loved me, he would just leave me the fuck alone.
Does he know that's how you feel?
No. I told him to be worried because he was worried about this path I was going down.
Is it worth ripping that band-aid off?
No, because then he'll know that I suspect it, and then it'll only confirm his suspicions. At this point, I don't trust being honest with him anymore. There's no way for me to be honest with him anymore. He is once again proving to me that the institution that is supposed to protect and serve is no longer protecting and serving, it's personal.
which shouldn't be the case at all, but
I can't even show skin right now. I'm afraid to even show a tattoo. I don't know what he's gaining out of this. I don't know what he wants out of this. But it's very fucking clear that he has a motive, and it's pissing me off. And I'm sorry, I'm not taking this out on you. I don't know how else to handle
no, you
this.
need a vent. No, it's okay.
I'm gonna ask because honestly, I need to get it out now. What else did Kizu tell you?
I mean, it wasn't much. It was, you know, she was stuck out in the middle of a road over on, I forget what road, but she was parked next to Casanova, who was chatting with her for a second, and Dark, you know, rolled up on them both, and you know, what was the quote? Hold on, he said something about either Ben or her was good at bullshitting, and then she just took off after that. So
Good at bullshitting?
yeah, I don't know who he said that to, but it was one of them.
Ziggy, I'm gonna tell you what I just told Rue. Genuinely, and I mean this wholeheartedly, I'm about to lose a father. And there's not a fucking thing I can do about it. And if I'm losing one, I'm losing both. And if I lose both, sure as shit, Adam Maple will follow. Because you know Richard's gonna twist his fucking motive. He can't be this stupid. The problem that I'm dealing with right now is because Rue did bring up a very good point. She asked if he knew how I felt, and she asked if it was worth ripping the band-aid off. At this rate, he just wants the validation to know that he's right. That's all he wants. There's no other reason why he would be so pressed about this. I don't want to call him. I don't want to tell him. He already broke my fucking trust. He pretty much already neglected some distance. He gave me no reason to have any honesty with him anymore. For him to do what? Start poking a fucking bear that he can, again, cannot be that dumb to walk into. There's no way he is that stupid.
I think a part of me, or like a part of him, wants the club to bite back so he can be justified. And it'll, you know, it'll finally, whatever happens to him will, you know, be, you know, it's like, I knew it. This is it.
I told you so.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, honestly, I don't even know what I don't even know what the right course of action here is. Because if I tell him, even if I told him if you love me, you would leave me the fuck alone, just like I've left you alone, would still validate his concern. I refuse to believe that Kizu at any fucking point is of the interest to Richard Dark. I'm gonna tell you what probably happened. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. And I'm gonna say what I can, and if you need me to shut up, you just cut me off. Marshals have access to the MDT. They have access to all reports. They have access to all incidents. We had access to certain medical reports as officers. Here's the series of events that happened. Because this, I guarantee you, is exactly what happened. Kizu gets chased out of a race. Kizu tries running. She gets away. We go back for the car. We get circled. My car is seen on scene. They see, probably, if I had to guess, Rue, were you messed up? You had to be. You have a warrant.
Yeah.
Okay, so they
but
probably
I'm
saw.
an eyesore anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, they probably then saw a female in a cut with blue hair. Trying to take the car that belongs to Kizu. And during that time, I was at the hospital prior to, and she told the doctor to write up her resignation, which means they probably made a report filing for resignation for Kizu at the hospital. And in sequence, I guarantee you Richard saw Kizu's car on scene. If one of the 6 to 8 officers on that scene witnessed my car on scene, and somehow that made it either in the report or around to anyone else, Richard grabbed that, snatched it, and his only interest to know why the fuck she left is so he can tie me or her to whatever happened so he can use it against whoever. Because the reports would have been made side by fucking side. That is the only logical reason I can see why Richard would even have the inkling to have any interest on specifically her resignation. There's no other reason why I could see that being a possibility.
Yeah.
And I can't even give him the satisfaction of what he wants, because I don't even know if I could trust him.
He's already broken your trust, right? So probably not.
At this rate, if he wants the family broken apart, he's going to be the one to pull the trigger. That's the only thing I could think of. We have all been very fucking mutual in this family, and I'm really happy, and I appreciate the fuck out of both of you for that. I don't know what to do with him anymore. I don't even know if the word love even exists anymore.
I mean, it does, but it's probably one-sided.
His claim is that he'll do it because he loves me. He'll claim that he'd do it because he loves his family. This is a fucked up way of going about it. Because I know that it's only going to get him hurt.
When I spoke to him, he told me he was taking a step back from the family to focus on his job. So,
Yeah, one step out of the family, one step toward what, the ADMC?
yeah.
I just want to be happy. And I feel like since then, specifically Richard has done nothing but try and avoid that. I said it before, I said it out of frustration, but I really mean it. It really feels like I should have just probably died the day that Hydra took me. Because if he had any fucking care in the world, he would have had some form of reassurance, but he hasn't. Zero, none.
I think you should, talk to him and And I know that maybe he doesn't necessarily deserve that, but you should give him what you're thinking, what you're feeling right now.
The problem is that it's only going to fuel his fire. It's the only thing he cares about. And it is very apparent that it is the only thing that he cares about. If I even for a minute admit to him at all that I'm happy being around the people that I'm around, it's only going to fuel him more.
Well, then what kind of father is that?
What kind of father
You,
is he now?
I would say that you should. I know he's had plenty fucking
Can you
opportunities,
tell
and I
Kizu
know.
please no paper trails? She needs to stop texting me.
Yeah.
I know he's had plenty of opportunities and chances at this point, but
Why can't he just love me?
I don't have the answer to that, Flop. That's
He's gonna tear this family inside out.
he's gonna get himself killed.
And I can't tell him that. It's not my responsibility to tell him what he's doing is dangerous. He knows what he's doing is dangerous. I know before I really felt like I gave up. And I might be completely wrong in my theory, but I'm trying to find any excuse to believe anything else. Based on what I know about that MDT, there is no other theory to me that makes sense why he would have been the one to jump on that. And about none all other than just that Kizu resigned.
This is Kelly.
Ellie asked if I was good. Just
Yep. I don't push all that much. I do every now and again, but not really. No.
You have binoculars?
Sure, yeah.
No, I don't. Why?
Yeah, that's fine. You can take me off it, do it.
I can't tell if
Where
that's
am I
an.
looking?
Yeah, I don't mind.
I think it's an oil rig.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, alright. There.
It's an oil rig.
Whereabouts?
Yeah, it's an oil rig.
Yeah. Straight in front of the Vinewood sign, it's definitely an oil rig.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, at this point, what the fuck am I holding back for? I don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
What are you holding back on?
Doing the things that I enjoy. Because I'm trying to ease into things. Because I thought I had a lot to lose. And I thought that I had a lot of trust to break. Newsflash, I'm wrong. Or at least I assume to be wrong.
This is gonna sound fucked up, but is it possible this is coming from a place of trying to care, even though it's a very fucked up way of going about it?
Absolutely. There's a part of me. So yes, yeah. There's a part of me that wants to believe that this is coming from a place of heart because he cares, and I understand that he cares. And I'm with you 100%. The only caveat that I am having a really hard time with trying to understand is how he could be so blind to the thought of poking the bear enough times to Ziggy's point to kind of prove his own point. He has to know what he is doing.
It's,
Is it... Fine, you go.
no, you got it.
I was gonna say, is it possible it's a way to control you? Like, he's already lost his son. He almost lost you. Way he feels like... I don't know.
He told me when I spoke with him at Mirror Park, he said to me that if I go down this road, down this path, you have to answer that, go ahead.
It's Callie, one sec. Yo. Yes, I did. Nope, I'd love to know though. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Bye-bye. What were we saying?
I told Dark in Mirror Park where my heart was after everything that happened. And he told me that if I go down this path, I'm going to end up with a bullet in the back of my head. Not 3 weeks after, as an LEO, as a fucking police officer, I was going to take a bullet over a conflict I had no involvement in. but I was involved because I wore a fucking badge. I was kidnapped because I wore a badge. I had a gun held to the back of my head because I wore a badge. I called and said goodbye to the family because I wore a badge. And he's worried about this life all of a sudden. He's worried about where I go from here. He has a really sick way of showing love, if that's what he wants to call it. He has a really sick way of showing how he cares, if this is the path he wants to go.
It's I mean, we've seen him do it in the past, you know. He sort of gather up a little bit of information or something happens to him. He says, well, you know, I told you so. You know, he targets the club. They hurt him. And he gets to come to you, Flop, and be like, look, these are bad people. They hurt your dad. He knows. He's just grasping at straws.
The problem is that the straws that he's biting down on have fucking blades in them. He's gonna grip too hard and he's gonna cut himself. And he knows that. He has to know that.
There's nothing we can do to stop him. I mean, aside from you telling him, you know, that you want him to, you know, fuck off, essentially. And we know that he won't, but, you know, you could do that last try. And that, I mean, it's it. The ball has been in his court. You know what really bothered me about all of this was, you know, you resigned or whatever, and then Dark just immediately assuming, you know, you're doing this, that, and the other, right? Not even giving you, you know, the credit that you are owed, deserved. You put in so much work to be better than most other officers. Dark knew that. And even after you chose to do something that would make you happy, still he put you in the same category as other people before you. Whether or not it has merit doesn't matter, because he thought that little of your action, your decisions, which is, that makes me more angry than most of this thus far.
He's a hypocrite.
Yes, he is.
I don't even know what I would say to him.
Just say to him what you said to us. Just word vomit until your point gets across.
I don't think it's gonna help. I don't think there's a single thing that I can say to that man that would help this situation.
Would it help how you're feeling?
I don't know. I mean, you said it yourself. The ball has been in his court. Why do I owe him another?
You don't, but I just... I'm forever trying to be optimistic. Even when it is misplaced.
I appreciate it.
Mm. I'm gonna go sit in the car.
What'd you tell Kizu?
I told her not to text you about the paper trail. I also told her that we'll go and get her changed and we'll get her a rental. I told her not to go around her car.
When you guys leave first.
Mm.
I don't suspect for a second we haven't been being watched this whole time.
Yeah. Anything I can do at the moment to help?
Thank you for continuing to support me.
You don't have to thank me for that.
You're probably right. I probably don't. But these last few weeks, I feel like I have no choice.
Well, that's unconditional love, right? You through thick and thin, no matter fucking what.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Kizu, by the way, you're fine. You don't have to apologize for anything. If you ever need me, you
Will do.
call. But
Yeah.
You know, I said it to Kizu a little bit ago, but I'm gonna extend it to you guys. Kizu, you put any of this, our stuff, on your shoulders. Not, I'm gonna yell at you. They're gonna yell at you. Okay.
Absolutely.
you have nothing to apologize for. And in
Mhm.
probably the most fucked up way, because it may not seem like it from your perspective, it's helping me make my choice. So, thank you.
I guess it's just. I'm just afraid that. Was afraid that I was causing more problems because, like, I've only heard little bits and pieces here and there from what's been going on because someone's made some mentions of things that when I was working with them at the hospital, and a couple of the things I've heard, I was just like, oh.
You haven't done anything to put any blame on yourself. And I promise you that.
I just kind of felt like I was adding more shit onto your guys' shoulders with everything else going on.
Put it simply, Kizu, without getting into the detail. These last 3 months, I've sort of had this pending concern, and regardless of your direct involvement, it hasn't affected it. I just think that the timing of everything with you and the timing with our family, I think our family concerns are kind of coming to a head.
Mm.
But
Some
that's
people in your family seem to have strong opinions, especially with what I heard in the hospital from Edda. This is probably a shit time to tell you, and I've been meaning to tell you, but I just kind of kept forgetting, but
I'd rather know
I
now.
forgot what. Okay. Fair enough.
I'd rather know. Because I feel like these next few days I'm going to make a lot of choices. So, whatever you have, now's the time.
Just trying to think of how to say it in a sense. It was around right as you resigned. I was talking to Edda, and she was talking about the force and how people in your family were trying to hold it together, and you just gave up on it all.
I'm sorry. Edda said, I'm. Say that again.
She said it to me that Flop just gave up on trying to make change in the force.
How long ago did she say this?
Um,
We need you, so do not drive away.
Mm-hmm.
it was either just before or just after you resigned. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't long ago. But yeah, she said verbatim that you just gave up on it.
Okay. All right. You say anything else?
that was the standout thing. There's been other little bits of just her spiraling about the stuff to do with Richard and that, and I've had different texts and all of that, but that's the only comment made directly about you.
I appreciate you telling me.
Mm.
I suspect there's a chance we're being watched. So what's gonna happen? I'm gonna shout this so you can hear Ziggy. Rue and Kizu are gonna leave first. We're gonna wait about a minute. We're gonna be on radio. If you need anything, Rue, or you get pulled up on when you leave, you tell me. Ziggy, let me drive.
I'm gonna go to a clothing store.
Yeah.
Is your car repaired?
Good as it's gonna get for now.
We're gonna head to the clothing store off a burger shot, and then we're gonna get Kizu to the rentals.
Okay. Make sure your radio's on.
Check.
Yep. You were curious how I felt? I just gave up.